trunk from the front to the back.
All right, there we go.
We are covering one of the most requested topics on the channel, something y'all voted on the community poll. A team of Rangers that are one vowel away from being Kanye's favorite.
This is the first part that I should have reacted to at first. What? It looked like he put Nazi Rangers. That probably does say Nazi. He just put an E in front of it. You know what? Yeah, I shouldn't say much more. Let's just continue.
Thing, the Psycho Rangers. So we done start this episode off with the Rangers facing off against the most strung out owl I have ever seen. Nah, Mr. Owl from the Tootsie Pop commercials has not been doing good. But after defeating him, the Rangers return to the Millennium Falcon, where the Red Ranger said that he found out that his super hot long lost sister is actually the villain, and now she's a cyborg. Damn. While he's mogging about that, the other Rangers are over here getting them a bite to eat when they're interrupted by seeing themselves on TV. As a kid, I was like, what the hell? We got some imposters on.
They did that in the very first Power Rangers, but yeah.
But the news crew didn't know that there was something fishy afoot. But as a lady went and asked them, hey, how many clips did you use on the owl? The imposters then pulled out the strap and said their magazine and started airing out the play. Oh, and the Rangers pulled up not wanting someone to ruin their branding. Hit them with a nah, big fellas, these shoots are trademark. Oh, and the doppelgangers hit them with the oh, it's fair use, baby. Oh, and the Rangers were pissed. They done started a mosh pit with the boys. We done had black on black crime, red on red crime. Oh, even the Pink Ranger took an arrow to a knee from her doppelganger. Oh, no, the Rangers really just lost to their understudies. What is going on here? They was befuddled.
Nope, don't look at me. I told you not to come out here in the first place. Nuh-uh. Now look.
They don't really thought they was the imposters. Red Ranger said, who do you think you are? Oh, and the evil Rangers were done playing mind games. They said the jig is up. I guess we show them the true forms now, baby. And they reveal that they are, in fact, the Psycho Rangers.
And on my mama, we lit.
Oh, and I ain't gonna lie, they definitely passed the drip check. Really got my Power Rangers looking naked out here because these boys got too much on them. Oh, and top it all off, they start talking mad-ish like, we have more riz than you. We're scammers. And we love crashing out. Oh, no, they some YNs for real. They about to crash out. Rangers run. But it was too late. These people leaving. Oh, they some YNs.
This nigga right here fell off hard. Because his whole social media trademark was that he was a YN. I don't, to me, he fell off hard because I don't even see him no more when I go on like TikTok or just, well, my Instagram reels are not really like meme based, but yeah, I don't really see him as much or more as I used to. So to me, he fell off.
Than you. We're scammers. And we love crashing out. Oh, no, they some YNs for real. They about to crash out. Rangers run. But it was too late. These people even have their own synchronized formation and the Rangers were pissed. They really thought they had a chance.
There's no way out of this.
But the Psycho Rangers didn't even let them get a lick in. Oh, and just to top it off, they start sucking up the Rangers like they was a Teletubby vacuum. Oh, no, they nasty with it. We just look at it and spit on it and twist with it. Oh, they done got a taste of the power grid. Luckily for the Rangers, the Silver Ranger done pulled up like he was a Kamen Rider blasting. See, I finally watched Kamen Rider, so I can make that reference now. So the Psycho Rangers done teleported back to the boss and informed her that they didn't put in work on the Ranger. Oh, and she was pleased by hearing this, and she says, I want you to go back for round 2 and whoop they butts a little more. And bruh, the Psycho Rangers couldn't back for round 2 and whoop they butts a little more. And bruh, the Psycho Rangers couldn't even hold in their excitement. They was ready for some action. Speaking of scammers, I partnered up with Aura, the sponsor of today's video, to keep...
How long was Aura your goddamn sponsor? Shout out to you, twin, get your bread, but damn. There we go, Jesus.
Video. They was on top of buildings and balconies looking for the Rangers. Nah, the killer intent real right now. And bro, they was out here being menaces to society. Done sucking up anybody they can like a crack addict. Threw one man through a bench. But Psycho Pink and Yellow really the problem child, because they done saw the two closest girls they thought was Rangers and went and grabbed them by their neck and snapped that itch. And when that wasn't enough, they done shot at a random car and ripped the door off the handle, ready to blast on some old folks just because they thought thought they was Power Rangers. Oh no, they just love being a nuisance to society. Give them a kick deal. Mind you, the Psycho Rangers are doing this when most of the Power Rangers are on the ship, except for Zane the Silver Ranger, who poorly enough gets two-manned by the Black and Blue Ranger. But they done tied man up and used him to bait to get the Rangers out. But this next part's mad funny because they done had the man at a house with a force field around it and had the gate open, really had the Power Rangers run into the wall like they was doing the Looney Tune gag. Nah, these boys is petty. You know they was just giggling about it. But as soon as they knew the Rangers had took the bait, they were too excited. These boys were effortlessly jumping building to building, trying to get to the Rangers. And speaking of Looney Tune, what am I seeing right now? Look at the way they are running. They legit got the Roadrunner legs right now. Boys done really channeled the Toon Force so they could crash out. Guys, I'm really getting scared for the Rangers right now, as the Psycho Rangers done pulled up ready to squabble. Okay, round two, they done caught my Rangers off the first time, but now they got it right. And oh no, did the Psycho Red Ranger just do the people's elbow to my man? Oh guys, I don't like where this is going. As the camera cuts to the Blue Ranger who's getting gut checked, Black Ranger just on the ground already, and the Pink Ranger over here getting chopped. Oh no, this is madness. Somebody gotta make this stop. But it does not, as it only gets worse, because I swear every Power Ranger villain must get—
Man, what? Nigga, every Power Ranger villain had to... When it came to elite ass whoopings, nobody did it like this squad right here. When it came to any Power Ranger villain, no villain gave elite ass... What? You know what? I take that back. Because Randstick was cooking the Time Force Rangers, and who else? I'm gonna have to say these niggas at 1, him at 2, maybe him at 3. You know what? Yeah, him at 3. Yeah, those like my top 3. When it come to everybody else was alright, but it wasn't really putting in work like that. Especially Rita and Zed.
Ranger over here getting chopped. Oh no, this is madness. Somebody gotta make this stop. But it does not, as it only gets worse, because I swear every Power Ranger villain must get in their starter pack of villaindom some Force Lightning, as these boys done start zapping the Rangers. And bruh, the Red Ranger was over here trying to act cool like, nah, you Ranger, and start zapping him again. And fam, the only reason that the Rangers survived this encounter is because the cyborg chick wanna play with her food a little longer. Mind you, this is all happening at the end of the season, so Rangers already went through their growth and power-ups and they still acting like this? No. But as you can see, the Psycho Rangers are on a whole different level on what we're compared to on this channel. As we usually cover one super strong character, we got 5 of them now. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I'm gonna need some backup on this one. So I reached out to my boy Lord Genji, who's another creator who likes to talk about Power Rangers and other things as such, and we just collaborated on his Korak video that you should go and watch after this. But my man, I'm gonna need some backup.
All right. The backup has arrived. Appreciate Shaman for letting me on the vid.
It's always a pleasure to help a brother out. Us smaller content creators gotta stick together when it's us against the big boys.
Now let's analyze the Psycho Rangers, aka the Jump Masters. So here's what happened, right? So compared to the regular Rangers, these boys are dysfunctional as hell. On top of being D1 crash outs, they want the dumb no matter what. Even if it means jumping the Rangers either with the entire squad or a solo squad wipe, they're gonna do it.
Come to the street, bro. I will beat your mother ass.
Prime example, Psycho Red just casually reverse jumped the Rangers by himself. Nah, peep this. Psycho Red just no diff the Black, Blue, Yellow, and Pink Ranger and pieced up the Red Ranger. That right there is a violation of its own. And Andros was like, I'm pulling the strap out and started blasting. And Psycho Red is a Weeb Nation draft pick because Buddy smoothly evaded the shot and deflected the shot with his weapon. Then Andros tries to W key Psycho Red but gets no diff. Then Psycho Black pulls up, talk about some, you are not stealing this dump from me, you adopted son. And then they started scrapping. Now, this is some dysfunctional behavior. I don't know who got it worse. These motherfuckers, the Skywalkers, Dante's family, or the Mishimas. And if you...
Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go with the Skywalkers. The Skywalkers are a bunch of dysfunctional motherfuckers. These two, this squad of niggas might be dysfunctional, but I don't think nobody else is more dysfunctional than the Skywalkers, in my personal opinion. But hey, everybody else got different opinions, so
I don't know who got it worse. These motherfuckers, the Skywalkers, Dante's family, or the Mishimas. And if you think Yellow and Pink were safe, they're just as dysfunctional as the others. While Pink is showcasing her aimbot, Yellow comes in gaslighting Pink's entire life, talking about,
If we work together, astronomer ain't getting an ounce of power.
turns out that was some old BS, because when the battle started, Psycho Pink started teaming up against the Pink Ranger. That's a cat fight if I've ever seen one. Then out of nowhere, Psycho Yellow is in the cut, hit the Yellow Ranger with the old-fashioned snatch and grab, then Pink talking about,
I thought we was here for Pink.
Yellow hits her with the psych, I lie. So Psycho Pink finally presses Yellow, talking about some,
You wouldn't even backstab your own mama. Then again, you don't have a mother to backstab.
me personally, I wouldn't have let her talk like that. Especially if you're talking about my mom like that, you're gonna have to see me after that one, buddy. So after the Rangers jump her, she's had enough of the tomfoolery, so she turned into a giant, and the Rangers pull out the Megazord looking like a kaiju battle. And they absolutely fold her. Alright, Shaman, 1 down, 4 more to go.
Hey, I appreciate you for coming through, my man. Now that it's 1 down, there's only 4 to go. And the Rangers realize the tactics and the way they're fighting the Psycho Rangers really ain't working out for their favor. They're just getting their butts whooped. So the Blue Ranger realizes since they got their powers Glock, they've been able to know every thought that they are thinking and be able to read their moves. Meaning a one-on-one with your color of choice isn't going to work out for you. So they decide they need to do the old do-sa-do and switch partner. And with that and having numbers on their side, the Power Rangers are actually doing a little good. That was until the Psycho Blue done took the Negan pose and bashed my man's head in. Really had my boy having PTSD. He was fighting demons in his sleep. We thought it had to be a dream. But after the Power Rangers getting their bearings together, realized their plan wasn't all bad. They just had to work out the kinks. So the Blue Ranger grabbed the weirdest can of spray paint I had ever seen and had one of the most devious plans to go out as the Blue Man Group. And this was a pretty solid plan, really confusing the Psycho Rangers. However, the one caveat is that they're still fighting the Psycho Rangers and they still end up getting their butt whooped a good bit. And right when they start to get things going in their favor, something weird really happened. As we are introduced to a silver Psycho Ranger. And boy, watching this back, I was confused.
I was confused too. But then again, it's always plot twists in Power Rangers, so hey.
Introduced to a silver Psycho Ranger. And boy, watching this back, I was confused. I thought I had the Mandela effect hitting me. Like, I do not remember this man in the rest of the series at all. Boy, the Psycho Rangers were confused. They done thought they got a long lost brother or something. His man come out blasting and started whooping the Power Rangers, and the Psycho Rangers are getting pissed, thinking he about to get their kill before them. So Red and Black try to jump in just to get sneaked by their own man. As Psycho Blue's like, nah, y'all could go ahead back to the ship. I'ma handle it from here, my boy. So the bros dip, being like, all right, you handle it yourself, big man. Eat your food. Oh, and Psycho Blue gonna regret this badly. Because as soon as they dip, the Silver Psycho reveals that he's actually Zane in disguise. And the Rangers just annihilate this man. Oh, and the rest of the Psycho Rangers, losing 2 of their members now, are pissed. And in retaliation, they done stole the Ranger Zord. Nah, they was really out here taunting him like a rapper when he get his chain took, like, come get it back. Oh, and the Rangers weren't about to let them take their property like that, so they devised a plan to get it back, which inevitably led to the Rangers and all 3 of their swords fighting off against the Psycho Rangers in their enlargement forms. Oh, and the Psycho Rangers didn't stand a chance. Done packed them boys up. And usually in these videos, that's where it would end, you know? The Rangers fight these guys for a couple episodes, they turn into enlargers, the Power Rangers beat them in the Megazord, you know, the same monster of the week formula that we're used to, but not with the Psycho Rangers. As these boys come back as ghosts, still pissed from the grave, wanting to run the fade.
How they even got spirits? What's the word I'm looking for? How these niggas even got spirits really astonishes me. Really, it really astonishes me. Cause why these niggas are evil? Well, yeah. I take back what I said. It still astonished me though. Cause like how? These niggas weren't good people. They were awful. Not even people. They weren't good. Aliens or organisms or whatever the hell you want to call them. They were awful. All they cared about was nah. I'm not gonna compare them to them. Let me shut up. Let's continue.
come back as ghosts, still pissed from the grave, wanting to run the fade with the Rangers, just haunting them and fucking with them as much as they can, waiting for their opportunity to come back and run the fade yet again. And luckily for them, they didn't have to wait too long, as Astronomer turned the Rangers into a pack, and she would have got away with it too if it wasn't for these meddling Psycho Rangers, as them in their ghostly form see this as an opportunity to resurrect themselves. And once they brought themselves back to life, their first order of business was to bring back the Power Rangers.
Are you stupid?
Like, my boys, y'all already won.
They wanted to destroy them. That's why they did this. They don't have. They don't think logically when it comes to who they want to fade. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why they keep getting destroyed. Because they don't think logically. They just think, I gotta kill this nigga. I gotta kill this nigga. That's my mission. That's what they were programmed to do.
Power Rangers.
Are you stupid?
Like, my boys, y'all already won. You could have just broke the floppy disk. These boys want violence too much. They don't care what's going on. They just want to run these hands and nothing else. Oh, and these Psycho Menaces have their priorities all types of effed up, because when they did bring back the Power Rangers, their first order of business was to jump Eclipsor. Really just jumped my man and left him on his back. He over here rethinking all of his life decisions. And they end up going mano a mano with the Rangers yet again. And the Rangers are like, yo, let's just cut the theatrics. We already know what's going to happen if we do this. We're just going to pull out the gun instantly. And they shot their final blast, and the Psycho Rangers are like, nah, we done waited too long for this one, big fella, and turned into their monster form. Oh, now Psycho Red done put his tentacle around my man's neck. Remind me of that one scene from The Boys. I mean, it truly befuddles me that my Power Rangers done threw out all the tactics that they learned, and we're like, nah, we're just going to do the same old thing and still get our butt whoops at the end of the series by these guys. Luckily, the Rangers didn't actually have to destroy them. They just lured them back into the same lab they were in earlier and put them on another floppy disk. So never truly defeating them, but at least they put an end to the Psycho Rangers for this video.
Yo, Shaman, you do realize they came back for the Lost Galaxy crossover, right? They were doing just as much damage, if not more damage.
And that's going to be in the next clip. But yeah. Toodaloos. Well, no, let's
To the Lost Galaxy Rangers as they did to the In Space Rangers.
Yo, thank you for reminding me, Genji. How could I forget that? Because the way that crossover went too, it led to one of the most shocking moments in Power Rangers history. But man, this video is already getting pretty long, and we still haven't even talked about the Green Psycho Ranger from the comics. So I'm gonna have to say for the first time on this channel that the Psycho Rangers are such a big group of menaces that we're gonna have to make them a two-parter. So I definitely recommend, please subscribe so you do not miss out on that video. We're trying to hit 100K this year. And big love to my boy Genji. I could not have done this video without him. Go check out his channel. He covers all types of things, including the Power Rangers. We actually just collaborated on a Korak video for his channel, and his Daishi video is hilarious. And hey, don't worry, I know this is going to be a two-parter, and you're going to have to wait just a little bit for me to cook it up, but you won't have to wait long. But I got a nice consolation prize for you to check out. Here it is. Boy, since we was in Power Rangers space, you know I had to come and talk about the crossover. And I got my boy Shooty to come help me out with that video, so you better subscribe and stay tuned. If you need.
But yeah, anyway, YouTube, this is gonna wrap up the video.
So we start this episode off of a kids TV show with a good old-fashioned black market trick with the most beat Jawa I have ever seen. And if any episode of Breaking Bad has told me, these situations never go good. His mean gets two tapped. With the minion doing this is Deviat, who works for Drakina, as man takes these limited editions over to her as they contain the Psycho Rangers, and brought the Psycho Rangers back for a second time. She had to have been watching from afar on how many beats she gave to the Space Rangers, hoping that they could do the same to her Lost Galaxy.
Only difference about the Space Rangers is that the Space Rangers had to realize that they had to outsmart the Psycho Rangers, which was not smart, which was not easy to do.
ones. And boy, I gotta say, the Psycho Rangers were looking like they were straight out of a horror movie. I could hear the doo 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 doo. But Shouty must have seen the resume because she knew that these boys had that dog in them. Because as soon as Blue stepped out of line, she shot the sniznit out this man. Nah, she definitely was not about to be in a scenario where these guys tried to save and bring back the Power Rangers just to fight them all over again. And hey, it's villain on villain crime, so I ain't mad at it. It's just part of the game, big fella. But after that altercation, she sends the Psycho Rangers to abduct their respective Ranger colors. But as we get into this next big, I feel like I do gotta point something out. I mean, in retrospect, I didn't notice it as a kid, but now as an adult, it's kind of funny now that you see it. But I'll let you be the judge and you comment down below if I'm bugging. Cause you see, every other Ranger abduction goes as planned. You know, the Blue Ranger getting beat up by the Blue Psycho, the Pink Ranger getting slapped around by Pink Psycho. But when we cut over to a scene that would upset Dr. Umar,
I beg your pardon?
you start to realize the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy don't have a black colored outfit Ranger. So as an alternative path, Black Psycho just goes ahead and steals the Black Ranger. Like my boy, you ain't slick. Nah, man, her day meaning was like black enough. I'm just saying, I know boy wasn't technically invented to the comics, but Black, you could have hit up your green brother instead of perpetuating stereotypes, my man. Do better. But that funny observation aside, Psycho Red definitely had the most fun with the Red Ranger, as Leo was in the middle of a forest away from civilization training his butt off, and out of nowhere a random kid appears crying, and Leo, being a good guy he is, walks over to the kid questioning, hey, are you good? Oh, and nah, this creepy kid just hits him with a,
I'm okay, but you're not.
What?
my boy, I am letting you know, if I am ever in the woods and a kid just appears out of anywhere and says this to me, I am punting that little f***er across the forest. But my man Leo was too slow and he ended up getting judo flipped by this kid. Man was befuddled. He had to know the workout routine. What was his game? Oh, nah, kid got up, started hulking out, and I was getting scared. But this kid reveals that he was actually Psycho Red the whole time. And boy, Psycho might have been locked up for some years, but he hasn't skipped a beat. He started putting the beats on my man Leo. I thought he was about to get Leo too until my man hit the morph on him. So, you know, young Shaman was like, yeah, things are about to get serious. Oh, Leo was trying to put it into this quick. He was about to whip the sword out on fool. That was until Psycho Red put his dirty ass to boot, denying him from trying this shit. And boy, it was just looking scary from here. Nah, he was over here piecing up and ragdolling my man. And oh, I hope my man got the same back insurance as Spider-Man, because I know that gotta hurt.
My back. Oh, my back.
Oh, but I know Psycho Red had to be on casting couch because he wasn't done with that back punishment just yet, as he done throw my man into the tree.
Nah, where did he find this? We not just gonna skip over that.
That hurt.
My back.
It's after this.
Oh, my back.
Oh, but I know Psycho Red had to be on casting couch because he was
Nah, bro, where did you find this? I'm surprised YouTube let him get away with this.
done with that back punishment just yet, as he done throw my man into the tree again. Really trying to give my man a hunchback. And if I wasn't scared enough watching Leo just getting tossed around by Psycho Red, it just gets even crazier. As Leo just straight up asked the man, what's the beef? I don't even know you, bruh. And Psycho Red, nasty, creepy ass, unpromptedly does this.
I'm Psycho Red.
Oh, you nasty ass bastard!
Like, you nasty bitch. Why'd you turn your head 360 degrees like that? Nah, they was really trying to sell the horror movie vibes in this episode. But anyways, before Psycho Red could finish off our boy Leo, he gets blasted on by a man in a coat, who is no other than Antros.
Heck yeah!
Oh yeah, it's the king of Aura himself. Speaking of Aura, that's today's video sponsor. I'm not gonna lie, the horror even bank Aura that opt out, I would have never, I was able to VPN in when I price.
Hey, bro,
Try it. That will get Aura. Big thing, head back up to the ship to meet up with Magna Defender, them three being the only Rangers that have not been abducted that are active at this moment. And they devise a plan to save the Lost Galaxy Rangers. It's seeing this scene, it makes me want to bring up my point from earlier. Even though Magna Defender is a 6th Ranger and they can have their own interesting classifications, he's still technically a Black Ranger. So I'm just saying, Black Psycho, you had options.
Richard Jefferson, I sentence you to 500 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
But these three members decide to tackle the problem head on with the two Red
thought my grandma was talking to me, but anyway, let's continue.
Rangers leading the Psycho Rangers out on the open so they can separate them and squabble. And I gotta say, my two boys was kind of putting in work a bit, but this gave them ample time for Magnum Defender to come in with his shotty and started airing out the place. So with the Lost Galaxy Rangers free, it was time for the showdown. But you know, on this channel, we ain't about fair fights. We about jumping that. And the rest of the Rangers in space done came in the nick of time to put the beats on these boys. Nah, they done waited a whole season for this get back moment. I know them ass-beans had to be keeping them up at night. They was ready for it. And bro, I gotta say, this had to be one of the cleanest Power Ranger lineups in the series. They done had the Space Rangers on the left, the Lost Galaxy on the right, and Magnum Defender up in the middle. It was straight fire. They know they was cooking with this pose. Oh, and with that, the Psycho Rangers came out swinging, and I ain't gonna lie, they was getting cooked because the Power Rangers were having too much fun. They was over here trying and making new moves on the spot. Like, take the Pink Ranger fight. They made quick work of Shouty. The Galaxy Pink hit her while falling, knocking her over, and the Space Pink came in, jumped down, and started blasting on Chick midair. Took her out in 2.5 seconds. Oh, and the Blue Psycho didn't fare any better as the two Blue Rangers were out here done whooping his butt, giving man his own taste of WWE moves. Hit him with the "Can you smell?" Cut over to Psycho Black, who's fighting the two Black Rangers, just to get kicked into the recycling bin. Okay, maybe Psycho Yellow doing a little better, and she got killed by a slingshot. Psycho Red probably the one that actually put in the most work because he actually got a lick on his people, backslapping them boys in a different direction. But man, we're getting a little too cocky. He was trying to finish him up quick and made a mistake and ended up with a shot in his chest cavity. Like, my man, you're not 50 Cent. Many men want death upon you. And just for the hell of it, Magnum Defender was just over here beating up the minions, having them shaking in their boots. But to stay on topic, the Psycho Rangers realize they are cooked, coming to the realization that they might get turned into a pack once again. And it ain't about to be a floppy this time. Oh, and the Power Rangers wanted to make sure these boys didn't come back for a third time. So they went all out and didn't use just one, but two Power Ranger squad finishing moves. It was not about to deal with their enlargement form. They was putting it into them now.
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
But with
what? No, I'm not even saying man what for the Psycho Power Rangers. I'm saying man what for the Power Rangers, nigga. Cause they was really, the Psycho Rangers was really piecing up the Power Rangers, especially the in space Power Rangers. When I tell you them niggas was getting did dirty, I mean them niggas was getting did dirty. The blue and space Power Ranger, let me see if I can find them.
They went all out and didn't use just
this Power Ranger right here got did dirty the most. And in Space Power Rangers, he got did dirty the most. This nigga had PTSD in his dreams. If you ever watched Power Rangers in Space, you know that he was plotting against the Psycho Rangers the most. Because they was really fucking him up.
One, but two Power Ranger squad went all out and didn't use just one, but two Power Ranger squad finishing moves. It was not about to deal with their enlargement form. They was putting it into them now.
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
But with that, the Power Rangers were victorious, putting an end to the Psycho Rangers. Or was it? As the camera pans over the desecrated body of the Psycho Rangers. Bum, bum, bum. Like I'm saying, the horror movie tropes were full effect this episode. They really had the "I'm coming back, y'all" moment. Get ready for the sequel. But yes, somehow Psycho Peak survived that onslaught of two finishers. She is built for tough. And you, the viewer, might be thinking, well, it's only one Psycho Ranger. What harm can she really do? We just saw all 5 of them get done in by 2 whole teams. And I totally understand that perspective, especially if you're new to Power Rangers or you're someone who just doesn't remember what happens next. But to finally bring up what I've been alluding to all video, the oversight of the Power Rangers from leaving Psycho Pink alive will lead to one of the most tragic and historical moments in Power Ranger history thus far. And I'm here to tell you.
Oh yeah, cause see this was the first Power Rangers where you actually seen a Power Ranger get killed on screen. So I mean, like, she ended up coming back, but it wasn't until like the last episode.
you about that saddening moment. You see, with Psycho Pink Ranger alive, she wasn't about to go deal with the rest of the Power Rangers. She just had her eyes set on destroying both of the Pink Rangers. Even though Divatox and Drakina really wanted her to put in work on all of them, she pulled a Pinocchio and said, no more strings on me. And she had her eyes set on the prize, and she goes out to look for the 2 remaining Pink Rangers, and ends up catching one of them lacking, ranking up on Jerkmates. He was really trying to give us nightmares with this episode. But she gives girl the old handy banana and was able to drain all of her memories and techniques. In doing so, Psycho Pink realizes that there is a sword that could help her destroy the Power Rangers and take over the world. That item being the Savage Sword, stronger than all of the Power Rangers weapons combined. And she goes and makes her way over there, and the 2 Pink Rangers decide, hey, we need to go follow her, and letting the team to go and catch up with them while they go handle business. But the girls were too late, as Psycho Pink done pulled out the Savage Sword, and this thing gotta be turning people to straight demons, as her disrespect levels went up to 9,000. Psycho Pink was over here done bouncing these girls off the wall, done slicing them up. Like my man, she went up to Space Pink and did a leg sweep with the sword. Oh nah, she was really trying to make Shouty into Charles Xavier out here. Oh, but she wasn't trying to let girl get up and recuperate. She done invaded her space and hit her with a back slap with a sword. Oh, and if it wasn't bad already, the sword just got bigger and thicker. Reason why is because every blow that she lands, the sword just becomes more and more powerful. But man, I gotta tell you, Psycho Pink gotta be a freak elite, because if sucking up the Lost Galaxy Pink wasn't enough from earlier, she just starts sucking up the Space Pink again. Nah, Shouty really for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
And at this point, the Pink Rangers need to run away and call for backup, because they are just helping this girl get stronger and making the sword even bigger. Shouty done got the guts blade at this point. Oh, and from there, Psycho Pink took being a demon literally, because as she stabs the Space Rangers morpher, she done tried to summon hell itself. Nah, Shouty was over here calling up Beelzebub. But with its power, it recharged her and healed her up, and she was able to transform into her true monster self. Luckily, the Power Rangers arrived with both of their Megazords able to make quick work of her. But that wasn't the problem any longer, as the Savage Sword had too much power and was about to destroy everything. And this is where things get kind of serious and even shook me as a kid, as Kendrix, the Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger, realized that she's the only one that's able to save everyone at this moment. And in a desperate attempt to save her friends in the world, steps into the demonic circle of the Savage Sword, with the energy that it's giving off tearing her apart bit by bit, slowly crushing her. Knowing that she's made it this far and can't stop, puts all of her might and everything she has into a swing that can actually destroy the Savage Sword. And yes, she saved the day, but the recoil, the massive energy that it let off, ending up destroying Kendrix in the process, leading to the first ever Power Ranger death. And I ain't gonna lie to you, seeing this as a kid for the first time really did shock me, because when you're growing up and you see all your favorite superheroes on TV, especially the Rangers, you think they're downright. So seeing one of these characters perish in front of you, it was a lot to take in as a kid. And honestly, I was sad and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I've seen the Power Rangers lose fights and get back up and win, but to experience something so permanent, it kind of just hit different. And she was gone from every episode. I mean, luckily they did revive her later on, but as a kid who was just watching this week by week, I didn't know what was going on, and it really felt permanent. But luckily for us as kids, I guess when the Power Rangers die, they become Force Ghosts as well. And Kendrix was able to tell her friends and us, the audience,
I'm okay. I'll always be here.
which is something little Shaman definitely needed to hear at the time. But yes, the Psycho Rangers were the first villains to ever kill a Power Ranger. But before you go, I have a few quick things before I play the trailer. I'm going to list a few things off real quick, but I'll probably elaborate on them a little more either on a video, a community post, or a pinned comment. Number one, we have memberships now. This is for all the people that have asked to support us in different ways, and this is how y'all can do it, as all the proceeds from memberships and donations are going to go straight into production costs, so I can hopefully get some help around here. Two, we still are going to be doing a Green Psycho Ranger for this and making this into a whole trilogy, and hopefully bringing all the videos all into one big one later on. But since it's comic book only, we are going to have to try to adapt the comic book into our style, which I think will be awesome. Which brings me to my third point is that I still do have this trailer for you, but I want to give you a heads up that you might be seeing me dropping other Power Ranger content before this character that we cover, as there's so many things that I want to talk about with y'all, but I'll elaborate on that later. But without further ado, to ease your minds, y'all know since we were in Lost Galaxy, we were going to be covering the character y'all been blowing up my comment section about, and here he is.
I think I already did a video on him. Video might be edited oddly because I reacted to the second part first, where where we get to see the Power Rangers in space fight. No, the Galaxy Rangers and Power Rangers in space fight the Psycho Rangers. So yeah, this video might be edited oddly. I might edit this part out. Matter of fact, I'm about to edit this video right now. But yeah, if you do enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy KTV, and I'm out of here. Deuces.